Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to A Course in Miracles, the workbook for student. Today we're on lesson 9. I see nothing as it is now. So, number 1, the idea obviously follows from the two preceding ones. But while you may be able to accept it intellectually, it is unlikely that it will mean anything to you as yet. However, understanding is not necessary at this point. Well, that's a relief. Sorry, that's not in there. In fact, the recognition that you do not understand is a prerequisite for undoing your false ideas. These exercises are concerned with practice, not with understanding. You do not need to practice what you already understand. It would indeed be circular to aim at understanding and assume that you have it already. Number 2, it is difficult for the untrained mind to believe that what it seems to picture is not there. This idea can be quite disturbing and may meet with active resistance in any number of forms. Yet that does not preclude applying it, no more than it is required for these or any other exercises. Each small step will clear a little of the darkness away, and understanding will finally come to lighten every corner of the mind that has been cleared of the debris that darkens it. 3, these exercises, for which 3 or 4 practice periods are sufficient, involve looking about you and applying the idea for the day to whatever you see, remembering the need for its indiscriminate application and the essential rule of excluding nothing. For example, I do not see this typewriter as it is now. I do not see this telephone as it is now. I do not see this arm as it is now. 4, begin with things that are nearest to you and then extend the range outwards. I do not see, pardon me, I do not see that coat rack as it is now. I do not see that door as it is now. I do not see that face as it is now. Number 5, it is emphasized again that while complete inclusion should not be attempted, specific exclusion must be avoided. Be sure you are honest with yourself in making this distinction. You may be tempted to obscure it.
Okay,
So that's the lesson.
so I just pulled it
Pardon
up on my phone, actually. So it is
me.
emphasized again that while complete inclusion should not be attempted, specific exclusion must be avoided.
Right.
Be sure you are honest
Oh,
with
you have your
yourself.
book.
No, I've got it. I just pulled it up on my phone.
Oh,
Funny,
okay.
funny enough, I just Googled it and the whole thing popped up. So
Oh, well, that's good.
yeah, um, complete inclusion. What does that mean? It is emphasized again that while complete inclusion should not be attempted,
I
specific
think it's
exclusion
just to
must be
be so
avoided.
detailed, to look at every item,
Okay.
and we can just be more random. This lamp, that lamp, the couch, the table, the computer, the water glass,
Okay.
my canner, the stove. Not everything in there, because I could be at my bookshelf for 20
Yeah,
minutes
at least.
at least. Yeah. And specific exclusion, like I'm going to not talk about my pencil.
Okay.
So
Right, right.
to just be random. So we can look, my printer, my desk, the window, the curtains, a wall hanging from Bali, pictures, lamp, a wall, in a picture that I don't have hanging on the wall, even though I've lived here almost 3 years. you know, a cookbook, a yoga container that I put recycling in, or compost in, and
Mm-hmm.
cereal box and fridge magnets and a wall hanging.
Right.
I see nothing as it is now. So I guess I should have been saying, I do not see this and name all those things as it is now.
Okay. I do not see this keyboard as it is now. I do not see this desk as it is now. I don't I do not see this glass of half-empty water as it is now. I do not see this label maker as it is now. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just going to reiterate the previous two lessons because the first line says the idea obviously follows from the two preceding ones. So, and this is lesson 9. So lesson 7 says, I see only the past. And lesson 8 says, my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. And so
Right.
lesson 9 says, I see nothing as it is now.
Yeah,
Bit
it's
of a mind
almost,
bender.
yeah, to put it into context like that, right? Number 7.
Mm.
I
Understanding is not necessary at this point. In fact, the recognition that you do not understand is a prerequisite for undoing your false ideas. These exercises are concerned with practice, not with understanding.
Okay.
It is difficult for the untrained mind to believe that what it seems to picture is not there. So in what I hear in that is that we are being reminded that all of this is an illusion.
Right.
We
Yeah.
just think it exists because it's hard, because it's, you know, we can touch it, we can lift
Mhm.
it up, I can point it at you,
Mhm.
I can drink out of it.
Yeah.
That all these things are real because we can use our five senses. So we're looking at going beyond our five senses to recognizing these. We're practicing seeing the illusion for what it is.
So what makes them unreal?
Um, well, the only reason they have any meaning is because of other lessons we've given it meaning.
Okay, so just the past, our past experiences with it give us the meaning that it has today.
Well, and it could be the programming. We need to go to work, so
Mhm.
we need our pen, we need our mouse, we need our computer.
Mhm.
What is it that source really wants us to do with our day?
Right.
What did we
Just
do
live
before
in the moment.
computers? Live in the moment, exactly. Be
Look
grounded,
at them.
be
Look at the moon.
present, be aware of the personal strengths that we have.
Mhm.
Um, yeah,
Cool. I see nothing as it is now.
at least that's what I'm putting on it is,
Yep.
you
Yep.
know, and I go to the past for that. I liked my past when there was no computers.
Mhm.
I did bookkeeping before there were computers. We did it on
Right.
paper, on
Yep.
long ledger papers and whatever. And,
Mhm.
I couldn't visualize how it would work on a computer. So now, you use programs that don't even tell you what that looks like and what you're doing.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of funny that way.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting.
And we ate from our garden. We
Mhm.
didn't. You could go to a corner store and trade things, like flour. Not everyone makes flour, and not everyone makes all the things. So we need each other. We need each other. We
Yes.
need each other for what we're good at.
Mhm.
That's just my perception based on the past. Putting meaning on whatever I feel like putting meaning on. It doesn't mean that's the truth. That's my truth. That's my perception.
Yeah, but it's gonna be very similar to everybody, right?
Maybe.
Even though there might be a variation in it, we're still getting our lessons from the exact same places. Our lived
Yeah.
experiences, our families, society. Mhm.
Right. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting. I am upset because I see something that is not there. That's lesson 6.
Mhm.
Lesson 5, I'm never upset for the reason I think. Lesson 4, these thoughts do not mean anything. So it's interesting what we've given meaning to, what we think we see, what we think is really there. Nothing I see in this room means anything. Nothing
Mhm.
means anything.
Yeah, that's a tough one. So it's kinda almost I almost see, like, categories forming, like, one is about our thoughts and one is about, um, our perceptions, right? This last group has been about seeing or not seeing things, so our how we perceive things.
and what we give meaning to it,
Yeah,
that something might be more important than others,
right.
and that it all means nothing.
Yeah, above all, that.
And so this lesson is I see nothing as it is now. So each small step will clear a little of the darkness away, and understanding will finally come to lighten every corner of the mind that has been cleared of the debris that darkens it. So we're not even aware of the debris that darkens it. We're just looking at bits and pieces of the debris that darken our mind.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
3 or 4 practice periods are sufficient. Look around you and apply the idea for the day to whatever you see, remembering the need for its indiscriminate application and the essential rule of excluding nothing.
Okay.
Too fun.
I see nothing
Don't
as it
forget
is.
there's 365 lessons, so
Yeah.
we're little babies in our workbook for students studying the material. So
Yep.
it's
It's a brand new
yeah,
world.
a brand new world. I see nothing as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else for you?
No, no.
All right. Well, that's a wrap for today. We'll just end the recording here.